The American Farm Bureau Convention is 5 days of trade shows, political discussion, young farmer competitions, and fellowship with farmers across the country. Topping the agenda this year was a personal visit from President Donald Trump, his first appearance from a sitting president to Farm Bureau in 24 years.
The American dream is roaring back to life, and we have just signed into law the most significant tax cuts and reforms in American history. It's a total of $5.5 trillion in tax cuts, with most of those benefits going to working families, small businesses, and the family farmer.
The Republican changes to the federal tax code had just been approved at his visit, and enthusiasm was high among Virginia farmers.
There's several things in the plan that are benefit to us, such as the raising of the levels for families that are exempt from the estate tax. We have a lot of things such as allowing farmers to deduct capital and investments all in the first years of their taxes, plus a lowering of the tax rates. So there's a lot of things that's going to bring some investments into the farm community and raise our profitability.
The new tax code reduces individual taxes, and Farm Bureau says that will help the majority of American farmers because 94% of them pay taxes as individuals. If a farm is incorporated, those taxes are also being reduced. Beginning in the 2018 tax year, farmers and all small businesses will be able to take a 20% deduction off their business income. And the new tax law raises the federal estate tax exemption to $11.2 million per person, which will make it easier to pass on some family farms to the next generation. But farmers say that even more important than lower taxes is the feeling that rural Virginia's economy could be on the way up.
I deal with a lot of individuals that are putting in businesses, and it's amazing how just little things, the idea that things are going to get better, the ideas that taxes might be better, anything that can motivate people is of a lot of value.
So we're hopeful that with this new tax plan, a lot of those manufacturers come back in, and we're really seeing indications of that already. So not only does the tax plan help ourselves on the family farm, but it helps our brothers, our sisters, our families that work off-farm jobs so that we receive a benefit all around.
President Trump praised Farm Bureau members for their patriotism and contributions to the nation's economy. He promised to continue reducing excessive federal regulations, and he said that negotiations over the North American Free Trade Agreement, which support 1/4 of all U.S. farm exports, would get farmers a better deal. Farmers are excited about the tax changes, but say they'll be watching closely to see how the IRS writes the regulations.
Now, the devil's in the details, and how this is interpreted and how it flows through for the next couple of years probably will be debated, and I think that's certainly something that we in Farm Bureau and business and agriculture need to keep abreast of, because these things can be looked at one way by one group and another way by another group.
64 farmers from the Old Dominion visited Nashville last month for the 99th Annual American Farm Bureau Federation Convention. The Virginia Farm Bureau took home several national awards, and 2 young farmer couples from the Old Dominion were national runners-up in competitions for the Excellence in Agriculture and Outstanding Young Farmer and Rancher Awards. In Nashville, Tennessee, I'm Norm Hyde.